coming.
I am the B-E-S-T.
Oh, shucky ducky, quack, quack. New day.
Because mommy is always on top.
And it's me, John Arroyo, back again with an episode of Neurodiverse with Success. And boy, I just finished watching SummerSlam Night 1, and boy, it was hectic. We got some twists that I didn't expect. We got some teasers. We got a amazing ending to SummerSlam. We kicked things off with Cardi B. It was great. It was crazy. And it pretty much sets the stone for the party. So let's get right into it, guys. So we start with the most iconic woman in rap music, Cardi B, coming out teasing her new album, Am I the Drama? She came out with the crows, like the crow looking out dress that she wears in her teaser album trailer. So good. I'm a Cardi B stan, so I love it. And she's hyping out the crowd. She's hyped to be there. She says she cannot wait. And she kind of hints it's going to be iconic moments, shocking stuff that's going to go viral. And you never know what can happen. And all of the stuff she says is true. And boy, we start off with a banger and literally my favorite match of the night. So we start off with the Bloodline, OG Bloodline. So we start off with Roman and Jay Uso. Roman came out and but Jay was coming from the crowd. Roman came from the entrance, but they was both wearing red and black and white, like OG Bloodline gear. It was so good. Breaker and Reed in all black. Reed still had Roman Jordan 1s. Before the match even starts, they get jumped. So Reed and Breaker gets jumped. They get thrown out the ring. And Roman's like, should we run it back again? He does the little like hand movement. And him and Jimmy run it back again. And they start yeeting. Yes, Roman is about to start yeeting. But Breaker and Reed breaks up the yeet party. It was really good. Like right away, Jay went against Reed. Reed pretty much crushes him. And then we get a move where Breaker and Reed, like literally Breaker's on Reed and they literally do a Samoan drop, splash, crushing Jay. It was crazy. It was a lot of good back and forth. Out of nowhere, Roman flew in air. Yes, Roman Reigns flew. I never thought Roman can fly. Bronson Reed flew. Almost a 300-pound guy. Bronson Reed flew, taking out Jay and Roman. Breaker jumps on Roman and they go over the table. Crazy chaos. Reed and Breaker does their crazy finisher. That's like a bulldog, but the opponent's on Reed's shoulders while Breaker does the bulldog off of it. Really cool and really innovative. But at the end, Jimmy was able to tag Roman. Roman cleans house. And then with the both of them working together, they super kick and spear. And Jimmy wins with a Uso splash for the win. It was really good. And I loved it. And I cannot wait to see how the storyline unfolds next. Especially because how the show ended. I want to see how Roman is evolved. So as Jay with the bigger storyline. And then it was the women's turn to party, and they didn't come here to play. So we had Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair versus Judgement Day's Raquel and Roxanne, and it was a good match. Charlotte came out in all bedazzled blue, looking like a peacock. Alexa Bliss came out looking like a punk rock goddess. Raquel and Roxanne coming out in cheetah print and all black and red. Really, really like making a statement that they're a tag team, and I actually like the tag team of them. It's really good. So most of the match, Roxanne and Raquel uses Alexa and Charlotte kind of bickering because in the beginning they didn't know who to start out the match with. So they jumped them. And then Roxanne and Raquel does some really good offense on Alexa, keeping her down. But then when Charlotte tags in, Charlotte cleans house, does a crossbody to both women. Back in the ring, Charlotte gets distracted, and then Raquel beats her down. Raquel shows off some of her great power. And halfway through, it's a scuffle, it's a brawl. Alexa accidentally punches Charlotte. Yes, so Roxanne pushes Charlotte in front of Alexa while Alexa is about to punch Roxanne, using that ring psychology so Roxanne and Raquel can beat them up. Multiple countouts. Near the end, we think Raquel and Roxanne are going to win because of a Chicoda bomb and a top rope moonsault, but Alexa breaks it up. Near the end, Alexa's about to hit the sister Abigail. Charlotte kind of like comes in the ring, and I'm like, okay, Charlotte's gonna turn heel. She's giving Alexa a dirty look. Alexa's like, okay, what is going on? Like, or Alexa's like, come on, come on. Like, Alexa doesn't know what's going on, but it's okay because Charlotte hits a big boot on Raquel while Alexa hits the twisted DDT for the win. Twisted Sister Abigail DDT for the win. And it's really good, and it makes me think they're now tag team champions, but that little teaser of Charlotte giving Alexa that nasty look after Alexa accidentally hits her, we're gonna get this tag team is gonna stay, but we're building for a future storyline of to break it up. It's really good. And I cannot wait. Hopefully Judgment Day can get a rematch because it was a really good match. And then we get a really interesting match. And it kind of shows a new side of Sami Zayn. So we get Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Kross came out with Scarlett. Scarlett looked so good. I'm going to say this now. Scarlett, damn, like, she's a hottie. Coming out with all spikes. I'm sorry, but Karrion Kross is a lucky man to marry someone like Scarlett. Scarlett, she's one of a kind. She's a baddie. And Sami Zayn came out in like classic Sami Zayn colors, like kind of like old school Sami Zayn with the red, black, and green, like really like Sami Zayn that we knew like when he first started in WWE. It was a really good match. Right away, Karrion starts dominating Sami, taking him to the outside, but Sami hits a moonsault on the outside, back and forth. Kross almost uses a steel pipe during the match, but doesn't because Sami and the ref notices. But you know Scarlett being sneaky. Near the end of the match, Sami is about to beat up Kross. He beats him up in the corner. He's getting frustrated. We see Sami really angry. The referee breaks him up while he checks on Kross, and Scarlett passes the steel pipe. Sami looks at it. Scarlett gives a smile, saying, "News it." Sami's hesitant. He picks it up. He's about to news it, but then Sami snaps out of it, throws it back, says, "Hell no." Karrion tries to attack him, but instead, Sami hits a luva kick for the win. And near the end of the match, when Scarlett goes to check on Kross, Sami says, "I'm done with both of you," and then he leaves. I don't know where this is going because it's rumors that Karrion Kross's contract is maybe up. I don't know if they're going to renew it. Hopefully they do. Because I feel like he's such a good wrestler and this storyline is really interesting, and hopefully they'll drop it just like this. Hopefully it's more to it. And I feel like this is a different Sami Zayn, and I feel like how this is also going to be a part of the main title picture in the future. I'm going to talk about later in the show, but it's like we don't really know who's going to go after the main title. It's crazy. And then we get the match that I'm kind of conflicted about. Not conflicted. I'm just mad about the ending, and I'm going to just say it I'm going to say it blankly honest. Tiffany Stratton is overrated. I don't care what people say. She is a good wrestler. She's good in, but like, she's overrated. Like, the stuff that Charlotte and like Jade and Bianca, like some of these girls do, Tiffany just do a little bit of it and she gets the biggest hype out of it. In my opinion, in this match, Jade stole the show. Like, any move that Jade Corgio did, any big spot, anything I remember from this match, any big spot, it was Jade. Jade was carrying the match. And in my opinion, I think Jade should have been champion. But let me just get to the match. So Jade comes out in Jamaican Aspire gear, really like Jamaican flag Aspire gear. I think like she talks about it. She talked about it, I think, on social. Tiffany comes out in sparkly blue. It was a real good showcase. Jade was doing suplexes on the outside. Tiffany dove into Jade, but Jade hit her with an Alabama slam, choke slam, a spinning power bomb. She hits Jaded. And then she hits a top rope Jaded. And then Tiffany wins by pushing Jade, because Jade is about to hit a second Jaded on the top rope. Tiffany turns on to the prettiest moonsault ever for the win and just steals it like that. And that's pretty much the match. And it was kind of disappointing. Because, like, literally, Jade did almost all the big moves in the match. Tiffany was getting beat up. Tiffany did some offense, but it wasn't, like, big impact. Jade, like, stole the show. I'm still thinking Jade is going to be champion. Hopefully this means Jade can turn heel. Because I think they kind of hinted at it. Because, like, to be honest, I'm getting sick and tired of Tiffany Stratton as champion. I'm not saying she's a bad person or nothing. I'm just saying that, like, I feel like compared to the other girls on the roster, she's way more behind. I felt like she should have stayed in NXT longer as NXT champion. They kind of pushed her up way too early, and I still agree on my opinion on it. Then we get Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre. It was a really good match. So Logan Paul showed up in yellow and black. Drew showed up in dark red and like mesh. It was really good. Jelly Roll came out. He sung a little bit of Randy Orton's theme song. It was cool. They was wearing all black. The match was fun. Right away, Jelly Roll does a little face-off for Drew. He's about to tag in Randy, but Drew plucks the back of Jelly Roll's head, so he gets mad. So he starts beating up Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll try to get a couple hits in, and Drew is making fun of him, so he tags in Logan. Logan is like jumping around the ring like, oh, this is going to be so easy. No, Jelly Roll comes out of nowhere, hitting multiple elbows and cross bodies and an elbow drop. And he's about to tag in Randy, but then Drew tags back in, and Drew goes after him. And it was really good. Like, we got a lot of storyline. Pretty much most of the story was Jelly Roll getting some pretty good offense, getting beat up. Randy tries to tag in. He does tag in at some point. He cleans house. He hits the DDT on the ropes, but chaos happens. And near the end, Randy gets taken out because I think, like a Claymore Crick on the outside or something. Jelly Roll gets put through a table because Logan Paul flew him through the table. So medical comes out. We think Jelly Roll is going to be out because he's crying. They're kind of taking him out. He's hesitant. He's like, I want to be in the match still, but security takes him. Randy's trying to fight off Drew and Logan, but he gets beat up. But Jelly Roll says, nah. He pushes medical and he tags in. And he does really good. He does like a choke slam to Logan Paul. He does a sideways slam to Drew. He does a black hole hole slam to Drew. But at the end, he's about to win against Logan, but Drew comes out of nowhere with the Claymore kick, and Logan picks up the win with Drew. It was a good match. I was kind of surprised that Drew and Logan won. I'm actually happy that they won. And Jelly Roll did really good. And I can't wait to see it because he did say he wanted to do more wrestling soon. So I want to see how this all plays out. And then we get the main event. And boy, was it was just good. Just the aura of it. And the wrestling IQ and wrestling psychology of both men was perfect. So we get Gunther versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk came out in Fantastic Four colors, blue and white. Because you know how he says it's clobbering time? Like, one of the characters for Fantastic Four, I love how he came out with the gear, like Fantastic Four gear. It was really cool. We never see Punk in like that color blue. It was really cool. And then we get Gunther coming out, classic Ring General. But it was a pure classic. chain wrestling, arm ligament tagging. Most of the match, Gunther was going after Punk, but Punk was going after Gunther's arm because Punk knew that if he took out Gunther's arm, Gunther is not going to be able to chop. So it was that good storyline of, is Gunther going to still be able to do his chops and his chain wrestling if Punk takes out most of his limbs? But Gunther, like the bad he is, just beats up Punk. Punk is beating him back. We get a beautiful submission back and forth, multiple power bombs from Gunther, a sharpshooter from Punk, a sharpshooter from Gunther, a leg lock from Punk. It was really good. And then near the outside of the ring, Gunther falls because I think like Punk trips him. His head is busted open. I don't know if it's his head or his nose is busted open back in the ring. Gunther beats down Punk, puts his sleeper hold, but Punk says, hell no. Punk kicks him, beats him up in the corner, hits a GTS not once, but twice. He finally putting the Giant to sleep and winning the title. It was a good moment. Punk was crying. But we knew it wasn't the end because out of nowhere, Seth music hits, Paul Heyman comes out with the briefcase. So I'm like, okay, so where's Reed? Where's Breaker? Are they going to tackle him or are they going to beat him up? No, Seth Rollins comes out, but with his crutches. So I'm like, okay, so is Seth going to introduce a new person or something? No. Seth drops the crutches and he says, I've been faking it to all of you guys. He tricked us like the son of a... He is, and I loved it. He ran into the ring, hit Seth with the briefcase, not once, but almost 8 times, smacking him across the head, smacking him on the back, and hitting the curve stomp for the win. And then after, just to gloat in his face, he brought out Reed, Breaker, and some of them did the CM Punk crisscross sit, and Heyman did too, and they was screaming in his face. And Punk was too weak to even get up, so we see Punk yelling back, but Breaker and them is in his face saying, it's Seth's time. And we end the show there. It was so good. And what did this mean for the main title picture? Because Seth have a lot of enemies. Seth have Roman. Seth have Jay. Seth have Sammy. Seth has Punk. Seth even has Penta. So who's good at, and Gunther. So literally anyone can face Seth now in his group. I don't know what this is going to lead to Clash of Paris, or hopefully it leads into like Team Seth versus Team Punk at War Games for Survivor Series, but I'm just hyped. And I just can't wait because we know night 2 is going to be crazy. And in the post show, Triple H said, you think night 1 is going to be crazy, night 2 is even crazier. So we don't know. I'm thinking we're going to get a couple of heel turns on night 2 because like the way anything can happen. And I just love SummerSlam. And I'm going to say the MVPs of the night was Breaker and Reed. Their tag team was so good. Their tag team movesets were crazy. Roxanne and Raquel for really like working together, and I could see them as a tag team. We have to give our flowers to Gunther and Punk. That wrestling psychology was beautiful. And also VIP for Jelly Roll for like being the first time in the ring and he's taking bumps, like goddamn going for a table spot as your first match. Not easy. Best gears. Now I'm going to talk about best gears. We have to give it to the OG Bloodline, Roman and Jimmy, for doing that match in the OG Bloodline set with the flower necklaces and stuff. Really like Samoan heritage. It was really good. Charlotte Flair killed it. You know Charlotte Flair with her gear game. Charlotte is the GOAT when it comes to entrances, and her blue diamond bejeweled like peacock look, iconic. Roxanne and Raquel for the cheetah print. I thought it was really cool and innovative. And the best of the best was CM Punk coming out cosplaying as one of the Fantastic Four. That was really cool gear. And matches of the night, I would say like the first match, the Roman and Jay versus Reed and Breaker stole the whole show. Like that is still engraved in my brain. Seeing Roman Reigns fly, Bronson Reed fly, the devastating bulldog tag team move of Reed and Breaker engraved in my brain. That's engraved in my brain for the next couple of days. Jelly Roll And Randy versus Drew and Logan, really entertaining. And I was really surprised. Jelly Roll took, I thought he was going to do some big moves, but Jelly Roll took a lot of like big hits for like being a new wrestler. The main event, because it's historic. Punk wins against Gunther. It was a really good match. I think best match of the year contender just for the ring psychology behind it. But that best moment was Seth Cassidy, like to wrap up that, to continue that storyline was so good. And that's my review of night 1. I can't wait for night 2. It's currently almost 12 o'clock. So if I look like a mess, I'm sorry. Because I was watching SummerSlam, I was screaming, I was having fun. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and let's get ready for night 2, guys, because we know it's going to be lit.